How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop. Boy, I tell you, being busy doing other things not in the shop really eats up my time. Anyway, I've got some video put together for you with the surface plate refinishing. This was Bob Korves put this together, and several of us were able to bring our plates to Bob's house up in Sacramento. Ray Goff, myself, and Mike Walton. And so I put the footage together of them doing some of the work on the plates, and it's not a lot. They were supposed to start at around 9 o'clock. I left really early to get up there, about a 3-hour drive for me. And I got there and they had whipped through 1, 2, 3 plates, and then they were finishing up on the 4th and going to the 5th. So really busy. I've worked on the got supplies for panel here for the surface grinder. So I did this, worked this up yesterday. Let's see here. We'll open it up here. Picked up the panel the box itself, the enclosure, MSC, nice enclosure. I mounted the VFD in there. I cut a hole to match the VFD, so that just closes right over. It just barely goes through the panel. It's perfect. It was a 6-inch deep box. This worked out just perfect. And we have an on-off switch, and we'll have we're gonna get my hand in there. Then we'll have a pot right here, which I'll cut. I got to cut this down and make a knob, and we'll get that wired up pretty quick here. That'll be for the surface grinder, and I'm working on like 6 other projects at once. So we're getting some filming done to make some videos up, things like that, those projects. I'm working on right now in the planning stages for a viewer. These are for Joe, one of my viewers. These are pocket rosaries. There you go. This one's a brass one. I'm gonna do some engraving on them for him. I have some blue on there to measure things. A little tight spot, but I think we're going to be able to get these done for him. So I got a bunch of these to do and a couple steel ones for him. So I'm working that up on the computer, and so we can make a mount for him. They're only 1/8 of an inch thick, so they're a little bit of a holding challenge, and to be able to get the scribe in the center part. So I'm working on that. We'll shoot some video of that also. Other than that, we're logging. Really busy with the logging situation. You know, I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 neighbors, and myself, and we only had a few trees. You know, 3 or 4 that we took out. But my neighbors have hundreds, literally hundreds of trees. I know we're well over 500 trees already that we've cut down in the last week. So they're skidding those, hauling them out. I shot some pretty good footage of some of that action going on and some of the equipment, and I'll put that together too. But I've been, helping with the fires. We're burning a slash at the same time, so I have a fire trailer, and we have that going. We're to boost the pressure of some sprinklers we have to keep the logs doused down, because they're right by this burning slash pile, so we can get rid of as much as possible before fire season ends on us, which could be any time. We are really warming up here. We're not seeing any rain. 2 weeks ago we had 4 inches of rain, but it's just not enough. It dries out so quick and gets so dry so fast. But they're still letting us burn some big piles, 20-foot type slash piles, big piles. We're getting a lot of it burnt, so I'm playing a lot of fire watch and making sure nothing gets away on us and things like that. So I'm really busy helping the logging crew out with that. They don't have to put somebody on it, it's just it's working out good. We have a good situation going. They're doing a great job. This is Bamford Logging, and I'm pretty real happy with them, and they're great guys to be working with, and really enjoy helping them out. Hopefully in 2-3 weeks they'll be done with us, and then they're moving on. Boy, we've got a very large number of they've signed up a very large number of people in our area to get rid of the dead trees, and that's a really good deal. They're shipping them off to China. Well, they aren't, but another outfit is. They sell them to them, and they are putting them in containers and shipping them to China for form lumbers and coffins. So if you buy a pine coffin, you might be getting one of my trees. Anyway, it's all working out really good for us. It's going to be a mess, but the price we got to pay. Other than that, let's go and we'll show you the surface plate action going on. It was a very good deal. Just a real quick coverage. They did a super job on our surface plates, AA grade. They all came out. Bob's was the worst one of the bunch. Ray's was a 24 by 36 plate, and his actually had like a twist in it, so it took them a little bit of extra work on that, but they did a beautiful job on the plates. And like I said, my cost was about $165 for my plate to be done. We split the transportation fee they charged, so we split that amongst 4 of us. That worked out real well, and then we each paid for each plate that they did. So total for me was like $165, and Ray was the same, and the other guys were obviously less because they had smaller plates. Ray, Goff, and I each had a 24 by 36 plate, and I'm loving my new plate because I can trust it. It's just perfect job. So kudos to Standridge for doing the job. They did a beautiful job on them, and they're really nice. So I don't know about your areas, if you had a chance to get a group together to do that sort of thing, especially out here on the West Coast, it's well worth it. If you get 4 or 5 of you together, get your plates together, and have them come and do it on site at your house or at one person's house. It was really good. Now, we chose Bob because Bob is in a very metropolitan area, Sacramento, big city. So that worked out really good for the Standridge. They did a big job in Reno, and then in Roseville, and then they hopped to Sacramento, all coming right down I-80. So all that really worked out real good for us. Where I'm way out of the way. So anyway, so thanks you guys. Thanks for subscribing. I almost forgot. The Bash, June 25th. Get your registrations. Summer Bash at barzindustриal.com, I think it is. Visit Stan's channel. I'll make sure I put a link on. But if you want to go, send an email to Stan, and he'll get you the paperwork to sign up to come to the Bash. Lots and lots of great stuff is going to be given away also. And there's well over 20, I think it is, over 20 YouTube creators will be there. I just watched Stan unwrap a box, actually VFD controller box. In my box I just showed you, I have $400 into it. So that box that they're supplying is probably worth more. It's costlier, worth even more, probably closer to $500 because it's a bigger box. It's a 3 horsepower VFD and everything else that goes, all the switches and pot and all that stuff to go with it. So $500. That's good value for that. Let me tell you, because it includes the VFD. So there's tons of great stuff. It'll be a really good time. Some competitions going on and things like that. So please come and enjoy. June 25th. Rancho Cucamonga, down there by LA, just outside LA. Anyway, thanks you guys, and we'll be seeing you on the next one. A little bit of an addendum. little update. I have 4 5/8 shank dovetail cutters, 2 9/16 shank dovetail cutters, and 22 scribes left. There you go. They could be yours. Email me if you're interested. There you go. Oops. There you go. So if you're interested, be sure to email me and we'll get them out to you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for the support. For all the ones who've picked up a dovetail cutter and a scribe, I do greatly appreciate it. It'll allow me to keep doing projects and keep the lights on here in the shop. Do appreciate it. And email me and get yourself a scribe or a dovetail cutter or both. Thank you. There's your plate, Ray. They said to scrap it. But Bob said he'll keep it just because it's so bad.
You see the indicator? It's a 20 millionths. Watch how much it moves.
I don't know if I can see that, but that's okay.
It's not moving.
It's not moving.
It's not moving at all.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. So his wasn't too bad overall, though. I mean,
No, a couple of tenths. Look what he left.
I heard.
yeah.
It's probably 10 millionths. So that repeat gauge is 0.
There's Bob's.
Worse than litter.
Getting Ray loaded up here.
Hi, boys and girls.
My plate's been resurfaced by Standridge. I cleaned up my stand, painted it. Looks sharp. My plate was originally a Precision Granite Company plate. And actually the granite came from the rock quarry that's only about 40 miles from me, down in Raymond, California. Mike from Standridge there identified the granite for me. So that's very cool. Certified certification tag, I should say, or calibration record tag, really. So my repeat reading, my overall accuracy is 1/10, 1/10,000th of an inch, and my repeat reading is 0.000035. That's 3.5 millionths. All right. So they said it's they stamped it as A, but he said really it's a AA grade now. 3 years. It says easy for the next calibration. That'll be fine, since it's only, you know, home shop use type stuff. The only damage on my plate is there's a chip out of it right here, which isn't very bad. You can barely see it right there. But that was there when I got it. It was a used plate. So that cost me $165 to get it resurfaced. And that's because 4 of us went in it together, and we had 5 plates to do. Ray Goff had a plate same size as mine, 24 by 36. So we had 2 of those, and then 3 smaller plates when they were 12 by 18s and such. So ours were the most expensive plates. But by doing it this way, it would have been about $300 roughly if I had it done here at the house. So I saved quite a bit by doing that. What we did is we split up the transportation cost stuff for them to come and visit, which was a total of $175. So thanks to Bob Korves for putting this together for us, and we'll enjoy using the new plate. Thanks to Standridge for doing such a beautiful job. He made all of our plate. They made all of our plates double A's. So that's a sweet deal there.